There we go. Wrong way. It's fucking crooked. What's going on, everyone? Okay, let's see. Any update from Dylan? Freaking cripers, man. There we go. Okay, welcome everyone. Let's grab this link, send it over to Telegram. What's going on, everyone? I'm just shouting out that we're live on the secondary account on Instagram, which is Connecting Consciousness Now. So I'm going to do that. Here we go. Shout out to Kara Chalk. Kara, we were talking about you the other day, actually. Let's see what we can do on here. Swing, what's going on, man? Yeah, you heard about that too, eh? Can you explain that again? I forget what that is. I know it's something to do with the this whole shocking situation that's unfolding as we speak. Let's see. What's going on, everyone? So we have breaking, shocking news. We knew about a great reset was coming, but now seemingly it's closer than many may have previously thought. So we are live right now on Rumble discussing this shocking plan. And as much as we'd love to discuss on here, we just got our main account suspended. We're getting it back though, don't worry. But they clearly don't want this message getting out there. So if you want to hear the other side of the uncensored story, click the link in my bio and come on over to Rumble. Free to download, free to join, and free to watch, and free speech. It's the best free area you can think of. And we're streaming there right now. So click the link in my bio, then click the Rumble link, and I hope to see all of you guys there because this is freaking shocking, man. Okay, boom, bang. Oh, download. No. Okay, there we go. Kara, what's Kara saying? Breaking shocking news. Oh, Kara, we got breaking shock news as well. Shout out to Butter Dog, man. Shout out to Butter, dude. So guys, what's going on, man? Thane Official just had his chalks, dude. I have a bit of the Chad mode going myself, actually. Shout out to freaking Swing, man. I mean, Sane, but Swing also. Shout out to Lord Black. He said, "What do you think about Bitcoin?" You never know, man. I mean, people are saying, I'll tell you about that in 1 second. Jubilees. That was almost the title of this video, Cliff. It was almost the title of this video was Jubilee, actually. So Lord Black, Bitcoin, I mean, it comes and goes, you know. I mean, this is the thing. I know some people are extremely hyped out at Bitcoin and everything and crypto, but isn't it kind of like, this is my understanding of it, okay? And I know some of you have made, some of you may have lost money on Bitcoin. Obviously, you can make money on it, yada, yada. That's not the point. What is it? It was the thing that popularized cashless currency. It was the thing that popularized it and set up quite a infrastructure for digital transactions. Wasn't part of the agenda that we all knew to make us onto digital currency. Furthermore, don't buy that Satoshi Nakamoto stuff because people say there's no way he's behind it. He doesn't even exist. And that it was actually apparently there's some type of um, something to do with the way every Bitcoin transaction transacts. They need something called a hash. And this hash apparently is like trademarked or patented or owned by the CIA. So basically, every Bitcoin transaction needs like the CIA involved to some amount. And also, I mean, I'm sure for many of you, and I know people who, yeah, it would be freaking awesome if it went to $1 million, but I don't know. A lot of people, um, really, Butterdog, he said, yes, if you hash, explain that, Butter. I can't tell if you're trolling or not. Like, did I actually hit your nail on the head? No, normal. But what I mean is, dude, like, yeah, that's what I heard. So something to do with them. Now, I don't know if I bought the official story of it in the first place, but I know people get really deep into like what you call it, the fact that they say it's untraceable, but also that it is fully tracked and traced on the ledgers. I watched a story the other day of this couple, power couple, man. And anyway, um, somehow he hacked into some crazy what you call it, where everyone stored their Bitcoin. And what happened to him was he hacked into some Bitcoin thing and stole like a bajillion Bitcoins that would be worth billions of dollars. And they tried their hardest to like funnel it through 75 different, you know how you can, it's something called mixing, like where they can try to hide it. Anyway, it's all traceable. You're fucked. You can't do anything on it without it being traced. So, I mean, really to me, I mean, cash and barter is like the way, like anyone's super hyped on a digital currency. I feel like, yeah, sure. Like that'd be dope if it went up so you could make money on it now, but then you should immediately convert that money into like land and like silver and gold. But even I know everyone says buy silver and gold, and that is great and everything. But last I checked, and many of you may know, like tell me about it. But last I heard, didn't they devalue the price of gold in like 1912 or something, the Great Depression, and they mandated that everyone give their gold to the government? Do you remember that? I should know the titles and names of all these operations, but like that happened. I don't think that the price of gold and silver necessarily is organically set. And I know that may sound, but I feel like the whole financial markets are completely rigged and controlled anyway. So, um, if there was a total collapse, wouldn't it be more beneficial to be armed to the gills? For sure. It's basically like I don't think there's going to be a total collapse though, because think about it. Just let's think logically here. A controlled burn. COVID was a controlled burn. A lot of shit went to shit, but a lot of people made a lot of money and a lot of systems got set up. A total collapse would result in like anarchy, which actually only means like decentral. I think anarchy, you think of Mad Max, but actual anarchy is like people govern themselves. But you know, if there was like a Mad Max scenario or a Fallout scenario. Like they have no control at all, and it's a total shitstorm. They can't set anything up because everything gets destroyed and overrun. So I don't think there's going to be a total collapse where you'd need to be armed to the gills. I think that it's about the whole plan is to have a controlled burn, a controlled collapse, and so I do wonder. Since it was 15, nice, Thrax, freaking nice, dude. He got some silver. That's awesome. We ain't sure we can take Butter serious. No, you never know. I mean, he probably is inquiring, like, should I just arm up rather than buy land? Well, the thing is, if you're armed but you don't have food or land, yeah, I guess you're gonna have to go cowboy on it. But um, it's crazy. Cliff says he thinks silver is about to super correct. He thinks it's about to drop. I heard that. Um, I mean, really, it's not even that gold and silver went up; it's that dollar went down. Some people don't think dollar went down all the way. But Cliff, what makes you think silver is about to plummet? And you think it's a good time to Get out. The silver to gold ratio was 16 to 1 for thousands of years up until 1945. Silver is about to supercorrect. You never know. I mean, maybe it's about to correct upwardsly. That'd be good for some of us. Others, it would be horrible if it would go down or up or whatever direction. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, Bitcoin, I mean, but yeah, ideally, like really ideally, if we were thinking of total collapse, you'd have like 100 acres in Wyoming or some super remote area that's super secure, and you have your own food supply and water supply on hand. But and that would probably be a very comforting feeling. But if all of it actually went to shit, like we're talking like hordes of bandits would be going everywhere. So it'd be tough to, be kind of crazy. You'd have to have like a network. You'd have to have like a community that was fully, and you got to trade stuff because you can't really necessarily grow and raise everything. Someone's got to raise the cows. Um, Cliff is saying silver's about to surge. Explain, Cliff, more what you mean. This is the third crypto convo I've heard today. Well, that's because people are talking because the dollar's dropping and shit's kind of moving around. People are talking about something on the horizon of a pretty significant financial situation, man, globally. And they talked about the Great Reset. Is the Great Reset they've been saying for years. Like a financial reset that reframes the way we think cash and currency and money works. And all these dweebs are talking about tokenizing everything and that there won't even be money, that it'll be like carbon credits. Like, bro, I'm wondering what's going on, man. Because, like, I don't know that it's even going to be imposed on us. A real way to like super control the populace isn't to impose something on them because you get so much pushback. But if like there's a pretty significant collapse, then it's like, oh, we have to do this. I don't know, like they probably have some tricky way of trying to put something in there to where it's like all of a sudden we have to be digital because like cashless is like too volatile, or cash rather, and non-digital is too volatile or something. Right now it's 80 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. It's about to go back to what it was since Sumeria. 16 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. Oh, Cliff, that's crazy, dude. If that's true, holy crappers, man. Wow. Uh, we'll see because I don't know if dollar's gone all the way down. I don't know if it's done going down. But it's shocking because, like we said, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Let me know if you guys. I know Swing thinks this. Did Trump not kind of like gimp his fan base, folks? Because isn't there like a million policies that can be implemented right now that would like start immediately strengthening and boosting the economy? And instead, it's just like shit's still expensive, and we're still spending money in the Middle East and in freaking Ukraine. Uh, among many issues, Thrax, dude. My one buddy Shane, his name is Shane, and he is a freaking Cornish hen. But the one thing he was right about is that to buy Bitcoin. But at the time, I'm like, dude, you're an idiot, man. But if I did, yeah, I'd be a billionaire right now. That's for sure. But I also would probably be, I would probably have like no hair left and would have gray hairs from the stress of it going up hardcore, down hardcore, up, down, 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 down. Like that would have been a wild freaking ride, man. So it's crazy, man. Cliff, that's awesome, dude. How much you got in it, buddy? I'm just kidding. You don't need to tell me. But actually, you could. I don't know. I'm just wondering. Okay, so hold on a second, though. Side note. This financial thing that's coming, that's we're in the midst of right now, uh, we'll see what happens. What we do know, though, is that at the end of the day, gold, silver, Bitcoin, freaking silver, holy shitskis. Silver is, okay, never mind. Yeah, silver all-time highs this very second. Dang, man. Listen, you can't take it with you, and it doesn't change your pineal gland's function. What does are superfoods. If you guys are joining now, we have a lot to unpack on this freaking live, but I wanted to mention, because of this situation that's possibly around the corner in the midst right now, we are giving away a couple of free bottles of the chalk minerals to help you decalcify, boost your pineal gland function, and detox the heavy metals that we're being sprayed with every single second, which is insane. So these are the chalk minerals. They're cold water extracted from a humic shale deposit in Utah. They got the full matrix of minerals. They bind to free radicals. They excrete them out of the body. They ignite every biological process in the body. Minerals are supposed to ignite every biological process in the body. but most people, even if you're eating organically, are getting less than 10% of the full matrix of minerals. So it's pretty shocking. We're giving 2 of these away. The way the deal works is it's first come, first serve. I'm about to put the link in the chat. So if you guys have never tried chalk before, listen to this freaking deal, dude. So Chalk is based in the United States. They ship out of Georgia. They're founded in Texas. They got an all-American customer service team. They started in 2019. We launched it on my page. I'm dear friends with the owner. You guys have seen me live with him before. He's a freaking beauty. Right now, anyone who goes to chalk.com, linked, I just put it in the chat. If you add any supplement or bundle to your cart and you apply the discount code 44life, so for example, the number one supplement for men and women is the hot water purified Shilajit, which is clinically studied to boost memory, concentration, brain function, energy levels, detoxification, fertility, hormones. It's a superfood. We got like 12 clinical studies on it. It's freaking awesome. Another super potent one for men is the Tongkat 100, which boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days, clinically studied. Plus, it increases sperm count and sperm motility. If you look up the benefits of Tongkat, like it is actually pretty shocking. We're talking about something that, what is there, 16 or so clinical studies on it. Fertility, muscle mass, muscle endurance, muscle recovery, and extremely pro-fertile. So the way the deal works is the next 2 people who go to chalk.com and add any supplement or bundle to their cart, and you apply the discount code 44life, it drops the price 44% off for life, which you can cancel or modify at any time, and automatically you're going to get a free bottle of minerals. However, if you are the first and only person to get a male or female vitality stack, you are going to, or a performance stack, which has the Chad mode, which is what I'm drinking right now. The Chad mode, which has 150 milligrams of organic caffeine per scoop, plus the organic blue spirulina, which binds to free radicals, is one of the most potent detoxers in the natural world. Super, super freaking potent. And it's got that cold water extracted from green coffee beans, caffeine. It's amazing. If you get any stack, the first person to get a stack with that discount code is getting a $100 bag of the chocolate powder. And that's organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. Super detoxing. It's freaking delicious. I'm probably going to have one right now. It's a cold winter's night, dude. It's freaking minus 15 out right now. And you get that free if you're one of the first people, if you are the first person rather, to get a stack at Chalk, and you're getting 44% off for life. So by the way, in the female stack, we're talking Shilajit, ashwagandha, and Irish moss. Extremely potent. Dude, I'm talking like, listen, I've been making videos. It's been over 10 years now, probably 12 years that I've been researching, studying, and whatnot. There has not been like greater superfoods discovered than Shilajit, organic heirloom cacao, freaking Tongkat Ali. Like these are still in the known world. There could be many other lands and continents outside the ice wall, but in our known realm, like these are the best freaking superfoods. There you go, JD. Make sure you apply that discount code 44life. That's right. On any subscription, you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. Just keep in mind the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So, for example, like if you take Chalk for a week, like you are better off on the 7th day than the first day. You're getting superfoods into you, all these micronutrients, macronutrients, the bioactive compounds. Consistent consumption, it gets wild. 30, 60, 90 days, the benefits compound. Shout out to Kyle is Shady, who's about to have some right now. Shout out to Kyle, man. Freaking awesome. Yeah, so hold on. Silver all-time highs. What are we at? 65 bucks US a freaking ounce, man. Holy crapper dappers. Dude, if that surges, okay, so hold on. Does anyone know? Because what happens if what happens this, okay? If silver prices skyrocket, who is unfortunate? Who has an unfortunate situation from that, and who has like an amazing situation from that? Like, is there some industry that's going to get like out of business because silver's so expensive? Like, does silver go into like electronics or some shit? Are we about to be gimped by like, is this going to F us up, or is this going to be good if you have silver, or is there some companies who are going to, other than like, you know, silver selling, like maybe it's a good time. You know what? When there's a gold mine, don't mine for gold, sell shovels. So how do we sell shovels here? you know what? It'd probably be a great time to get a land lease on the mining rights to land in Wyoming that has silver in the ground. Let's do it, man. Boom, bang, bang. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just shocking. Kyle Shady is about to have some lit right this second. Cheers, Kyle. Dude, you know what? I'm gonna have a lit too. I'll just manifest it here in a moment. Shout out to Cliff, whose freaking investments are doubling up, man. Amazing, dude. Nina rather said, nothing is forgiven. That is not how the world, nature, or universe works. They just make us their slaves and become their commodities. Exactly, Nina. The whole thing with this title is if they offered us um, all debts forgiven new financial system, if something is free, you're the product. You know what I mean? So they'd be like, oh, all debts are forgiven, but you must sign here and only use digital currency and it's linked to your ID. Dude, you know what's incredible? Like I've been posting on the comments on Instagram and Facebook lately are literally like shockingly amazing. Like people are waking up to the umpteenth degree. I can barely tell them anything they don't already freaking know. It's amazing. And I know I saw a post by a guy I do like, but he said, bro, like don't be confused with like the echo chamber of our algorithm and like the whole full world. And yeah, I know if you go to like a mall, there's like a lot of sleeping sheep walking around for sure. But I also know like I made a post about um Rudolph Diesel today, and a guy starts commenting this whole thing about how he knows about how they have these things they can put into cars, like hydrogen things that make the fuel efficiency out the yin yang, blah 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 blah. And then another guy's commenting about wait till you find out Stanley Meyer. Like these are stuff we've heard a long time ago. Stanley Meyer made the water powered car, but there's like boomers on Facebook who are commenting and is spreading this all around and sharing it to their profiles and stuff. And I'm telling you, like people definitely know a shitload more now. And this is how I know it's with a lot of people, I know a lot more now than I did even 12 months ago about what's going on, shit that I found out, stuff that I found out. And so I know that's the same. We're all learning so quickly, quackily, and rapidly, and it's all getting posted. So thank you to the internet, honestly. I mean, they used it, they made it to be able to like enslave us, but it's got a double-edged sword, man. And I truly believe and I know it's a little bit nervous thinking about what's coming around the corner, but bro, like if every other prophecy and whatnot has been coming true, like I'm like I am there's gonna be a fake uh second coming, like there's gonna be a fake like an antichrist that's gonna pretend to be Christ. And let me know your guys' thoughts, man. I think the real Christ is coming back though, dude. That story is real. I don't know what anyone else. I don't know how many people. I mean, the story it happened, bro. You know why people believe in Genghis Khan? Because there's about six different historical texts in like throughout China that mention like this fierce warrior who had like a million kids. And you know how many ancient texts there are that mention the story of Jesus and what happened with Jesus? I mean, like to the umpteenth accuracy. Like there's barely any wild discrepancies. And and even if you let's say that is a bit strange because a few years ago I wasn't really thinking like this, man. I really wasn't. But you know that the world's highest IQ holder, this Chinese guy, is like, dude, from all my research into all the books and history and science and math and physics and everything, especially Darwinism, he's like, bro, 100% Jesus Christ is king. We were created, and there is obviously a God, and there's no other way. And I made this a thing. I said, "Do you think that a car over millions of years, like metals in the ground, like flew around and then banged into each other and formed a car? Of course not. That's ridiculous. So how do you think a car with way less parts than you have cells? How do you think you, which has way more cells than a car has parts, was a random thing? We were, and I know you guys know this, but we were designed, man. We were created 100%. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a big bang. And everywhere you look, the story, the creation story, is being mocked. One of the biggest mockeries of the creation story is space, NASA, dinosaurs, and that the Earth is billions of years old. All of those are part of the mockery of the creation story. They've taken us away. That's why they don't teach it in school anymore either. Or even the Catholic and Christian schools now, they teach for decades that there's evolution, but like the world and dinosaurs were created by God, but then we kind of came along later. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just freaking shocking, man. So they are trying to take it away because they don't want you to be like hyped up knowing that you have this like behemoth, all powerful energy flowing through you, above, around, and upside down you. Um, dude, there you go, JD. That is so. You know what? I want to like take a screenshot of that, dude. He said it before and he'll say it again. He was raised atheist. The older he gets, the more he sees the devil. If there is a devil, there has to be a God. Dude, when you see all these celebrities worshiping Satan, you think it's for fun and there's no opposing force to that evil force? Of course there's not. It's yin and yang. Of course there is, rather. It's yin and yang. So when they worship Baphomet, this ancient, demonic deity, like the opposite exists too. Angels and freaking. And you know what's crazy? You know that there's 200 known impact sites around the world of like giant meteors, right? And it's said in the Bible that 200 angels were sent to Earth to, I don't actually know what, because I didn't read the whole thing yet. I literally just, I know I'm early in my experience or my journey, you know, but exactly, JD, 100%, man. And this is why, as you know, for the longest time, all I was talking about is like, there's an agenda to weaken you by the Illuminati. But I didn't realize the Illuminati also is teaching us that GMOs and all these chemicals and things are good for us so that we are more easily able to be controlled because they want us to be disconnected from God. That's it. Like that is what they're up to. And funny because as I say that, I see my I guess it's showing me my frame rate or some shit, and it's saying like kilobytes per second. And as I said that, I looked and it said 10,369. So as soon as I said that, it freaking said 369, which is the secrets of the universe. So that's probably a synchronicity. So we are on the right path, guys. If you're tuning in right now, you are exactly where you're meant to be. You should know right now. Like, I don't know what's going on with every one of you, but wherever you're sitting down, wherever you're watching from, like, you aren't supposed to be somewhere else with some other reality. So that should be, um, what's the word? Like, comforting. Not that you want to be too comfortable, but like, you're not missing out on something right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be experiencing that angle of this experience on Earth. Or on Earth sounds like on this planet Earth. Like, I don't know about that, dude. In this realm, I should say. Really. Congratulations. Holy shitski. Someone just got a Shilajit. Okay, hold on. Someone just got a Shilajit. Congratulations to who just got the Shilajit with the coupon code 44life, which drops the price to less than $1 a day. And they're getting a free $60 bottle of minerals. One of the two we're giving away on the live. And apparently there's a couple other people on the site right now with stuff in their carts. Make sure you apply that discount code 44life. Do not pay full price when we're doing that discount. And if you're the first person to get a stack, you're getting the $100 bag of organic, heirloom, vibrationally boosting cacao from Bolivia that has a ton of antioxidants, extremely detoxifying, energizing, delicious, fertility. I'm talking organic Ceylon cinnamon, organic vanilla bean powder. If it was just cacao in here, it's kind of a pain in the ass to put that in any hot drink, like it gets clumpy, eh? So they've designed a formula, Chalk has, easily emulsifiable. It's got organic coconut milk powder in it to help it get in there with the hot water. You can also put it in a smoothie. We've made freaking brownies with it. Um, it is amazing. And that, again, we're doing the first person to get a male or female stack gets the chocolate powder included in their order, which is $100 value. Plus, you're getting 44% off. But remember, like, you can willy-nilly around with taking it for, like, my dad sometimes, I'm getting on to him. He calls me today. And he's complaining about some, like, thing he's got going on health-wise. And I'm like, dude, You remember the Action 2.0 I gave you? That's the Chalk Action 2.0. It's the number one heart health supplement, the number one supplement for heart function, blood freaking oxygenation. Like it's if you want to boost your heart function, you take Action. I'm gonna take Action right now. And it's like sometimes like he was taking it super consistently, then he willy-nilly around. I'm like, bro, the benefits are clinically studied based on consistent consumption. You do want to get it into you consistently. Think of it as like a routine. You're incorporating it into your lifestyle as opposed to taking it for a month, skip 2 months, have it for 2 weeks. Like I'm telling you, the benefits really, you feel a massive difference. And JD said yesterday, um, or no, it wasn't JD. I'm about to answer JD, but someone said it was their first 3 days. Base Camp Health yesterday was talking about it. It was his first 3 days taking chalk, and he noticed a huge difference already. Dude, it's months that you all of a sudden you look back and you feel like, at least for me, I felt like I came out of a very interesting brain wave state. Because when I started taking chalk, yeah, I was eating organically, but I had never really done a super detox before or a super food regiment before. And when you actually do that, it is a game changer, dude. That's why they're banning Tongkat in Europe. That's why they just banned, listen to this, they just classified it. Who was it who told us yesterday? Was it Cliff? He said that they classified reishi and like turkey tail mushroom, which are totally powerful mushrooms that are in the Chalk 7 Wonders, by the way, the adaptogenic mushroom blend. They classified them as novel so that now people can't get them unless I guess eventually, like I know with vitamin C in Australia you need a prescription to get vitamin C now. Well, in the UK they classified it as novel so that like you basically can't get it now. So they are trying to ban superfoods. And I see it also as quite evil that they even didn't teach us about superfoods in school. Like that alone is how do you not know, like there's no way I know about superfoods and the like brilliant fucking geniuses who run our education systems at the tip top. Like I'm not talking about your freaking principal, dude. I'm talking about the financial elite who set up the public education system, which is designed to dumb us down and make us freaking, like there's a reason they gapped out. Like if I set up a school system, you think I would omit like really healthy things that the natural world has to offer that are really freaking good for you that are known for thousands of years? Like, of course not. The omittance of them from the education system is like offensive in itself. It's like you're really not going to tell people who live in this world where there are things like cacao, which is a superfood. Don't tell them about that. Tell them to watch their sugar intake from eating chocolate. Don't tell them the benefits of raw heirloom cacao. You're going to put a million kids through school and not tell them that like the fluoride in the water is toxic. In fact, they tell them the opposite. This is a devious plot, man. It really is. And these kids running around playing on fucking TikTok all day, drinking fluoride, not knowing that it is. Dude, there's doctors in the 1920s saying that if someone consumes fluoride for like a certain amount of time, that they spiritually will never be the same. Now, I'd like to think he was being a bit dramatic because I'd like to think that I'm spiritually at my peak and, I've detoxed all that stuff. But, like there's people with pretty strong opinions about this chemical that they add to our water, which dissolves roads. You know what I mean? When it spills on them. So it is pretty freaking evil. You got to give it to them, give that to them that way. All right. I'm going to take a double dose of the Action to get the heart functioning to its peak. Like apparently that's the number one way people die today. Their hearts gimp out on them. So you want to keep that going good. Dude, shout out to JD. He said, "Yo, I've only been awake for a few years. Honest question. Cacao is a superfood." Dude, the reason that chalk is called chalk is because of their love Seton's love, the founder's love of chocolate, specifically cacao, and how good it is for your pineal gland, your brain. It stimulates um, bliss chemicals, which is tryptophan, dopamine, and serotonin. It is like therapeutic for your consciousness. Yes, it is absolutely a superfood. You know that the leader of the Aztecs, Montezuma, was said to drink several chalices of cacao per day. And we're talking about something that David Wolf says is an octave of sun energy. Like all the super health guys who aren't secretly corrupted or controlled are like, yes, cacao. Even honestly, somewhat even more than Shilajit. Like I've heard David Wolf and all these other guys yap about cacao, honestly more than Shilajit. But I think that's because I'll tell you why that is probably. Shout out to Tony Westbrook. Um, because I'll tell you why. Because most Shilajit on the internet is the tar resin. That's 20 to 30% water. It's significantly diluted. It's got sand and heavy metals in it. So they probably just stay away from Shilajit because they don't know that you can get a Shilajit that is clinically studied, hot water purified. Where's my Shilajit? Here you go. That is clinically studied, hot water purified, impurities removed, water evaporated with the sun, which makes it an actual concentrate. You know what's hilarious? Listen, Shilajit concentrate. Type that in on freaking Amazon and look. They are calling tar resin Shilajit concentrate. It is a complete lie. It's actually doublespeak. Shilajit in its natural form is solid. To get it into a tar resin, which is what they're all selling, you have to add water to it. It's 20 to 30% water. So they're selling watered down tar resin, calling it Shilajit, calling it a concentrate. And it's usually full of heavy metals. So that's why chalk specifically went with the hot water purified, because it's way better. Uh, I did not know that. Honestly, I ordered the chalk because I've heard of the detox and brain benefits. I'm an ex-drug addict and I'm trying to heal. The cacao is good news for me. Yeah, dude, JD, I'm stoked. Dude, you know what's funny, JD? I don't know if like we actually have maybe there's just more than people know who were former addicts, but like there's a number of people who, well, I mean, what kind of addict are we talking about too? Because Sunny, for example, says that she was on something and now she really recalibrated and is not on it anymore. Uh, and Chalk really helped her with that. And so I've had guys DM me before and say, dude, look, I was on this, this, and that, and I was smoking this, and holy shit, I want to get back right. And I said, bro, if you did that and inhaled that and smoked that, your dopamine receptors are freaking fried. Well, I don't want to say that sounds negative. I didn't say that. I said what I would do if I was in your position is absolutely super dose on things that rebuild your brain tissue, rebuild your DNA and your brain function and your hormones and all that. And so this is why RFK said maybe we should send drug addicts to work at organic farms, um, you know, to get in tune with the land and to be eating healthy and stuff. Really. The stack and the lit shows a noticeable boost in clarity and energy. Shout out to Illusory Usury. And also lovely shout out to Sunny. And also, where did she go? Shout out to Nina, but who was it? I was looking. Brookie. Welcome, Brookie. Thanks for joining, Brookie. Chris James, what up, dude? I didn't even see your message. Shout out to Chris James. But one girl, hold on, I want to make sure I saw her because she commented, boom, bang, bangity, bang, bang. Nix, of course, Nix, what's flopping, man? It's not Lisa. It was someone else. Lee Sung. There we go. Lee Sung. Shout out to Lee Sung. I wanted to make sure. Exactly, Kendall. Super freaky how it seemed like a ritual and he was on. Uh, oh, here we go. Sunny said, once you wake up, you can see hope for reclaiming your vitality and they want to keep it hidden from the masses. Can you imagine if everyone was awakened? Oh, Sunny, you know what's great actually is that we don't even need anywhere close to everyone being awakened. Of course, that's ideal, but it's like, okay, who was it? Kate. Kate is awake. Who was on here? She, um, said, someone, you guys must remember this. Someone says that when one person becomes like fully activated, aware, and conscious, that it offsets the lower vibrational frequency of like 800,000 people. Did you hear? And listen, I heard this years ago. I heard it months ago. I heard it probably 10 years ago. Like somewhere there's this rumor floating around. I can't remember who started it, but apparently a very smart spiritual person said, "Look, it is a fact that the human aura, the human vibrational field, and all that, um, when one person activates and gets boosted as out the yin yang, that it offsets 800,000 people who are sleeping sheep. So we literally don't even need that many people to wake up to change this whole freaking thing. It's all a vibrational frequency, and that's really what it is. I know it feels very physical. I know it's like, but dude, like the government, taxes, like McDonald's, like it's all real. But I mean, it is in this physical reality, but everything in this physical reality comes and starts in the non-physical. So, you know, we need some med beds. Yeah, that's another freaking rabbit hole. Dude, Swing, how could I make a post on that? Can you tell me, like, give me like a one paragraph here? Like, how could I make a post on med beds? Who started it? Who said it exists? Think of like a viral post um, that I could make on for med beds because that's a huge topic. I remember hearing about that going for sure. What was the movie? Do you guys remember? Shut up. The movie fucking District 9. No, the one where Matt Damon goes to the like all the elite leave the planet. And again, space bullshit, but he leaves the planet to go to the elites where the elites hang out. And they had med beds. People lay in a bed and it scans them and like neutralizes any toxin. Do you remember that? Shout out to Swing, man. They're hiding in plain sight. Um, Sonny was on Wellbutrin for depression for almost 20 years. Holy crappers, eh? Well, Sonny, my late father-in-law, 65 years old, and he didn't take any pharmaceuticals, and he was an anomaly at his age. No one his age doesn't take pharmaceuticals. I mean, it's shocking. So now you at your age are even more of an anomaly. Don't they have like 30% of people are on more than two prescription? I mean, what do they say? America is the most medicated country, like, and it's one of the only countries that they can have pharmaceutical commercials on TV, if not the only country. They are drugging, they are dumbing down, they're fluoridating, they're fattening, specifically targeting America because, dude, that is the most powerful place. I mean, I do look, I love England, like, but what the fuck are they gonna do now? They're screwed. They're not screwed. Some of you guys are in England. What I mean is like, sorry, like they're not screwed. I could say the same for Canada. We're screwed. No, we're not screwed. But there's like a sleeping giant. There's a lion sleeping in the UK. There's a lion sleeping in America, but a bigger lion because there's more people and they have that spirit. It's not just population. You think, there's probably like how many million, I don't know, Ghanaians like or Nigerians, are they necessarily like a threat to the Illuminati? I don't know. I don't really know that they are. I don't think they are nearly as much as the US. Um, Holy shit, JD. But when his firstborn came around, spent years recovering. Now I'm here. Dude, so hold on. JD, how old are you? And bless your firstborn, man. So your firstborn probably helped pull you out of that wicked cycle you were in. Wow, Cliff Diver was on Welberton too. Is that some popular thing or what? I was in a bad car accident. Oh, apparently someone just ordered the chalk lit powder. So someone was stoked to get the lit. They wanted the lit so bad they just bought the lit. Congratulations to who got the lit. At chalk.com, they subscribed to it. They used the code 44life, which means they got 44% off for life on the subscription. And because they ordered on the live, they're getting a free minerals. So congratulations to who just got the chocolate powder and getting a free minerals, which by the way, the minerals, like don't just think of minerals are just minerals. No, 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 no. I will absolutely hype you up on the freaking chalk minerals. It's not like any other mineral at any other damn store you've ever seen that's full of shitty crap, like the grocery stores that have all kinds of supplements. They're not legit. Shout out about runtime. Shout out to Rumtime, rather. Shout out to Rumtime. I didn't see you comment before, so I couldn't have shouted you out. Yeah, Cliff is recovering too. That's freaking, dude, bless you guys, man. Really, we could hang out. Um, Soal Freedom said, "Is the price on Chalkside CAD or USD getting a stack? Thanks." Shout out to Sal, man. It's in US, so that 44% off discount is 44% off USD price, which is freaking good. And then that lit, regularly $100 for free, is 135 Canadian worth of freebie, dude. Shout out to Sal, dude. You're gonna absolutely love. You know what I would do though, Sal? I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I'm thinking like it would be vibrational too to get the most bang for your buck because these are clinically studied, because Chalk has 5,000 third party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. I would, for most bang for your buck, and this would work for some people, not for others, get a multi-month supply. Like I'm talking, get like 90 days worth. You only pay shipping once. You get the free lit, and you get 44% off. And yeah, you only pay shipping once. A lot of people, I tell that to anyone who's ordering outside of the States, is most bang for your buck. Get a multi-month supply. It's in the form, you'd be like putting 3 mail stack subscriptions in your cart. Place the order. Immediately you can pause, or rather set the renewal date to 90 days out so you don't run out. But you also don't renew another 90 days worth in 30 days because it's set to, or 21 days, it's set to 21 days. And that's to make sure people don't run out. But yeah, that's what I would do. The shout out to Sal Freedom, man, freaking awesome. You're gonna love the stack, dude. I didn't even mention, I should. The ashwagandha, which is in the male and female stack, there's 43 clinical studies on it. It massively increases melatonin production in conjunction with your circadian rhythm. So you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. It's clinically studied, it's certified organic. It's also pro-fertile, a hormone optimizer, increases brain function and hormones. Uh, the ashwagandha is one of the top. That's why it's in the male and female stack. It's considered the king of herbs in Ayurveda. They love it, man. So that's amazing. That's in the male stack. And then you heard me what I mentioned about the Tongkat that's in the male stack too. Is freaking shocking what that does for testosterone. But I guess I'm assuming your gender because I'm talking about the male stack. But let me know if I psychically or vibrationally detected your gender or if I detected wrong. Let me know because then I'll hype you up more. Stargate, that's right, Will. The Stargate saved this girl. It's hilarious, dude. Hold on, what's Silver up to? Still giving her, man. 65, 63 right now. I activated my propane driver today. I told him all about. Oh, I active. I'm like thinking, what the fuck's a propane driver? Propane truck driver today. She told him all about Chalk and the website, the Chad mode, and the mail stack is what he's interested in. Sonny, you know, it's funny. Sonny walks around, and she reminds me of another lady I met at the farmers market here, who bought Chalk, followed me, and then met me in real life at the farmers market. And she like pulled out a lit and was like, "I love the lit. My kids are taking the Chad mode. It's so amazing." Blah blah blah. Speaking of which, I got a message her, but um, it's something energetic happens with Chalk when you take it that you do kind of feel like talking about it. And I know why. I think I know why. Because it's the same thing when you first find out about fluoride. You want to tell your friends, your family, like, fluoride's toxic, the government's poisoning you, you know, and you sound like a bit of a kook. Well, when you start taking Chalk, you're like, yo, like, I'm taking like this, and that superfood. This isn't some willy-nilly like multivitamin. It's a powerful bioactive compound, clinically studied. It's amazing. And you feel like telling other dear souls about it who you also wish to experience these benefits. So you kind of become like a spokesperson for Chalk when I mean, you will tell your friends and family about it. Like, look at Chalk. Look at, you know, this guy's exposing this, that, and the other. He promotes this superfood that's backed by these clinical studies, and it's there's something to it, Sonny. 100%. That's freaking awesome. And I love just dropping gems or breadcrumbs on people when you meet them. You know, I'll start up a conversation, dude. If I saw a random person, like I bring up stuff. I'm not like pussyfooting around. Like I'm like, dude, you heard what they're trying to do with this new tax? Like I just get right into something, and then I gauge them and see where they're at. And one guy was like, I mentioned something about property taxes. And really, if you defend any taxes, like you are kind of a fucking blue bag. Like I will say, like really, like no, we are overtaxed. Do not defend any taxes. I don't care if it's for the roads. I don't care if it's for this, that, and the other. They're misspending it. They're siphoning the population. They're enslaving us. Do not defend taxes. And this guy's like, well, I can understand property taxes, like recycling. And I'm thinking, I'd rather plow my own fucking road and do my own recycling bins once a week or 2 weeks and take it to the dump than mandatorily have to pay property taxes. And it's not even that much. It's just a nuisance. It's one of a bajillion other taxes. Anyways, don't even get me started, buddy. Apparently, hold on, a bunch of people are on the site right now. Please make sure to use the coupon code 44life 44LIFE. That unlocks the lifetime discount. And you can, like I said, you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. But make sure you use that code. The first person to get a stack is getting the free $100 bag of the chocolate powder. So make sure you get a stack and you put that code on, and you're getting the free lit. If you're, first come, first serve. But I will say, like, if people order it like rapid fire right after the other, I don't know that. I think you're both going to get the lit. I don't think we're going to hold out, because it was so close, right? Everyone's a winner when they go get chalk, man. Lou said, no pharma for me. Tried to push statin on me. I looked into it and told the doctor, no way, and don't see any more doctors. Only see a doctor for trauma or broken bones. That's kind of, I mean, everything else is kind of like, go to a freaking farmer. I went to a freaking medicine man. The treatment didn't work, but I didn't have, it was, it wasn't the right thing, but it would have worked if I had an actual cut. Like, I'll tell you about this medicine man. It wasn't really working. Then you see on TV, if your antidepressant isn't working, take this. F no. That's when I tried the female vitality stack. By the end of the first month, I was, no way. Are you freaking serious, Sonny? You know that I thought people can't even quit that shit very easily. Shane, watch the IG video I just sent you when you get a chance and let me know your thoughts. Swing, you're about the only boy who could. Just kidding. But Swing, hold on. Where'd you send it on? I was gonna say, like, I'll give you a real time review of a video. Hold on a second. Okay, I can't. I guess I can't watch it now. It's like, how long is it? Okay, it's long. I will watch that, dude. Though Swing, I will watch that. I knew not to cold turkey. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Needs to start making melatonin again. That's right. Okay, so Soul of Freedom. I figured you were male, dude. I psychically detected, but whatchamacallit? Yeah, it's in US, and the other one in the male stack, which is the number one supplement for men, is the Chalk Daily, and the Chalk Daily contains the Shilajit and 4 other adaptogens that are specifically formulated for men, and that one's clinically studied to boost total testosterone 21% in 90 days, as well as sperm count, sperm motility. Oh, the East Coast, nice, dude. You're in the East Coast, so I got friends over there who have a freaking organic farm. I mean, dude, some of the houses in Nova Scotia are like the cheapest in the country, but then everyone's trying to scoop them up. China, don't even get me started, man. Fuck. What are we got to hurry up and wake up, man, because it's getting a little bit worse here. Where, if I may inquire, we got people who take chalk in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. That freaking climate lockdown was whack. I'm still, oh hell, I'm still at the screaming fluoride stage. Dude, it's funny. There literally is different stages of getting awake, man, for sure. What about the potholes people have said to me? Yeah, I know the potholes. That's what you pay gas tax for. I'm not talking about the billion. I'm talking about all the other taxes. And dude, what a joke, by the way, that they lifted or reduced some taxes in Canada. And guess what they lifted or reduced the taxes on? They lifted or reduced the taxes on, get this, yachts and jets. So while every normal Canadian is like, yo, what the hell is going on with the food and the prices of all the bullshit and the fucked up economy, they spend time developing some strategy to reduce taxes on yachts and jets. I'm honestly, it's kind of like, I do feel like using stronger verbiage, but like, Didn't the American Revolution start over like a few cents taxes on tea? I love that story, man. I'm gonna watch Braveheart again, man. Freaking beauty movie, man. um, Sunny, it's been almost 6 years that she's been taking chalk. Holy crap, that's basically as long as chalk's been a freaking round, Sunny. Wow. I wonder what the first video you saw of me was, Sunny. Runtime said, I'm Nail Me Lovely. Shout out to Nail Me Lovely. She was another beautiful regular on our lives on Instagram. She's opening a fresh batch of chalk. Love it. Thank you. Shout out to Nail Me Lovely. Thank you for coming on over to Rumble. Um, taxes is a big, yeah, resources would pay for everything. Dude, true. True. Another thing they hide from us, man. Another thing that they do dupe us on that for sure, man. The resources of our nation, like how about all Alberta's oil, frickin' BC's fish and timber or something, without cutting down all the old growths, of course. Okay, apparently a bunch of people are at checkout right now. Hold on, Chalk's updating me as we speak. And few people have stacks. Guys, pull the frickin' trig on the stack, man. 44% off for life. Relit. Just do it. Benefits, superfoods out the yin yang. I'm talking pineal gland detox. I remember when I first decalcified my pineal gland, and I know when I did because all of a sudden my dreams got way more vivid. Um, and honestly, you start like the natural world when you're calcified and not really vibrationally boosted yet is just kind of like there's trees and shrubs, like whatever. When you um, decalcify your pineal gland, dude, you'll be amazed at like the sun coming up in the morning and like it casting a shadow onto the ground and how the leaves sprout up out of the like it's a different vibration, man. It really is, especially yeah, with the natural world. Not to mention like synchronicities start happening out the yin yang. Um, you know, I will honestly say not just like spiritually are you benefited when you decalcify and boost your system and everything, but like there are physical benefits like opportunities, circumstances, and things like that pop up and appear because you're in a higher vibrational state. It's freaking awesome. Sonny said chalk superfoods, that's what I believe saved me from that. Wow, Sonny. And I know some, I don't think anyone on here would, but some people are like, are these like secret shoppers who are like secretly promoting chalk? I can tell you Sonny's very real. In fact, Sonny invented the Orange County flag. She designed the Orange County flag in California, Santa Barbara and all that area. She drew it in 1972, 76, and in grade 11. And her submission for the Orange County flag was accepted. And the Orange County flag Sonny freaking drew on a piece of paper, dude. That is who Sonny 24/7 is. So shout out to Sonny. Um, Awesome. You know, Sonny, were you on my lives when I used to have the TV directly behind me and it was like a different setup? Do you remember that? Sane has been stocking up on chalk since 2020. That's a great time to get on it, man, when there's an unfortunate virus floating around that was just so deadly, man. Oh, that's not actually that funny in case someone thinks they bit it from that and then they think that that was rude. But I mean, dude, the solution to that was not what they promoted, obviously. JD said, so as someone who is awakening, what's the best way to decalcify? JD, my understanding is you just ordered chalk. Bruh, you're freaking decalcifying right now. You actually are decalcifying right now because I'll tell you, this is actually an energetic thing that I'm like 100% sure is real. You exerted your labor to earn a paycheck or money somehow. Energy went out, energy came back in the form of money. It's energy. You then allocated some of that energy to buying chalk. As soon as you did that, you made a choice. Someone's going to be like, dude, this is like cult like, man. Like, what's he talking about? Just listen. It's true. you already made the first step to decalcifying. You opened the door to decalcifying your Pinot Blanc. You've chosen to decalcify your Pinot Blanc already. So it's already happening. Then you get chalk in the mail tomorrow and boom, bang, bing, you're freaking giving her, dude. Another thing though for decalcifying, like fasting is amazing. Grounding, meditating is a good one. Shout out to Butterdog, man. And so yeah, you're gonna feel like $1,000,000, man. I'm stoked for you. Soa said, I just ordered 2 stacks. Holy cripers, dude. Stack with a K too. Shout out to Soa. Let me just tell. Oh, dude, you're getting the free lit. Sunny or Soa, you're getting the free lit, bro. Shout out to Soa, man, who just got 2 male vitality stacks, which he's going to be looking at in 5 to 10 business days. Let me show you exactly what you're going to be looking at, man. You're going to be looking at the daily. You're going to be looking at the Tomcat. You're going to be looking at the Ashwagandha. Where's the daily at? There we go. You're going to be looking at all 3 of these, but there'll be actually 6 of them, 2 of each. And you'll be looking at this. And then the next time you come on the live, dude, we'll be sipping a hot chocolate together. We'll be sipping this together, dude. No, platonically, I should say. That's like the politically correct way of saying no HMO. Long Beach. Wow, yes. Tony Westbrook has seen Sonny's work. 1968. Holy crap. Sonny, every time you tell me about what, like how in 1968 you were in 11th grade, like have you guys done some math here? Like Sonny is like one of our elders. It's freaking awesome. MC Trinity said, crazy meta took my socials last month. Another reason why Rumble is a W platform. Keep doing what you've always been doing. Shout out to MC Trinity, man. Welcome, MC Trinity. And I remember you, man. I say, man, I think I'm vibrationally detecting and wondering your gender. I'm trying to remember. But shout out to MC Trinity with the 333 freaking angel number in her username. We got Gay Frog. Gay Frog, man. Where the hell have you been, you freaking frog? Shout out to Gay Frog, man. That's a good one, man. I always laugh. It cracks me up. You guys know what that's referencing, right? Like, let me know if you know. It's not just Alex Jones. It's something else. Tell me. But yeah, so what do you mean they took your socials? Like, did you get deleted? Because I mean, I'm getting reactivated probably tonight actually on my Instagram, because it was suspended, but now it should be back any second now. Fingers crossed. Actually, no, it is literally in God's hands. That's it. We paid a guy a bunch of fucking cash to get the account back, and it is in God's hands. He got my account back once. If it is meant to be, it will be. If it doesn't, well, I think it is, but it's in God's hands. So don't worry about things that, you got to just think that way. So yeah, I mean, frick, man. But yeah, I'm never getting another copyright strike again because you know how I'm going to be filming my videos now? Fuck anyone else's videos around and behind my head. I will be doing full-blown face videos talking about Victor Schauberger and without anyone else's content anywhere near or around my videos. Because if they're going to say it's a copyright strike when I take a viral video and talk about it and give another angle to it, which is supposed to be fair use, then forget about it. Keep your freaking stupid videos of North Sentinel Island and put them where the sun don't shine, man. They're putting chemicals in our water that make the freaking frogs gay. Dude, Alex Jones, as much as he may be a controlled opposition guy, like he has definitely woke up millions of people. So we can't be too flustered, But I mean, yeah, like he has some good stuff, but I also know sometimes I'm listening to it going, like, this is not the most important thing we should be talking about right now. Hey, Tony, Google Laura Scherneman, and the story is there and the official flag still today. Sonny, I hope they never change that flag. Hold on, let me just see something. Bang, bang, bang. Holy crappers. Hold on a second. So let's just read this. Designed by Laura Scherneman of Fountain Valley High School in a school art contest, Orange County's flag was adopted by the Board of Supervisors in 1968. The circular logo at the center predated the flag by at least 20 years, but the sunburst and orange field were new. The flag was first flown at the opening of Orange County. Wow. The Orange County Archives. You should actually collect royalties on that. Like, you should get uh, greased on that, man. The Orange County Archives holds Scherneman's original artwork shown here, as well as the actual flag. Early concept art. Wow. It's freaking awesome, Laura. So hold on, Laura. Look at the screen for a second. Is this you in 1968? Let me know. I know it's like not proper, like it might look a bit red, if or maybe that's just my screen. Let me know, Laura. But it doesn't really show if that. So it's kind of like on an Instagram post. I'm not sure. There's actually a bunch of people who are pictured in that. That does look like 1968 though. Let's see. Um, saying it was a copyright strike, dude. So stupid ass copyright. You post shit to the fucking internet. People are gonna repost it, bro. Like, get over it, man. Okay, holy crappers. So congratulations to Freedom, and congratulations to who just got a lit, female stack, a minerals, and a seven wonders. Congratulations to who just stacked up their stack to almost a max stack. Now let me ask you this: whoever ordered that, you can get another bag of lit included in your order for free. The organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, or you can. Well, let's think. Like, do you want a minerals? No, that's. Yeah, let's just. Yeah, you're getting another lit. Shout out to who is getting a free lit in their lit female stack minerals and seven wonders order. Who I guess heard that our pineal glands should be decalcified. You will be absolutely thrilled. Female stack. Someone's listening to this right now without an account, I think, because whoever ordered that didn't even comment that they ordered it. But congratulations. The minerals, by the way, I said I would hype you guys up and absolutely freaking your socks will fly off when I tell you this. The chalk minerals. So most minerals in all these grocery stores and stuff, they're not absorbable. They're not bioavailable. They cannot penetrate your cells. You cannot utilize them. They are basically fake. The chalk minerals, on the other hand, are cold water extracted from a humic shale deposit in Utah, and they are fully bioavailable. And they, interestingly, ignite every single biological process in the body. So, what that means is minerals are considered to be the body's spark plugs. And what happens if you try to drive a car without spark plugs? You get sent to a mental hospital. No, I'm just kidding. But it doesn't work. And they are supposed to do that. And even if you're eating 100% organically today, you're getting less than 10% of the full matrix of minerals. So it's pretty freaking important. They say a deficiency in even one mineral can cause total body imbalance. We have one more chalk minerals that we're giving away in the next person's order who gets any supplement at chalk.com with the coupon code 44life. And the next person to get a male or female vitality stack or a performance stack, we're going to extend it and give another bag of the chocolate powder, the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which is freaking awesome. So, hold on a sec. I'm going to take a double dose of, what even was this? Tomcat or something? Sometimes you can smell it. You can definitely smell the ashwagandha. It smells sweet. Uh, and I just dropped one. I guess I meant to take one. All right, there you go. Oh, let me have some Irish moss though, actually. No, that was the one that fell somewhere. Who's hiding my moss, man? The little ones must have got in here and fucking hiding stuff on me, man. I just did Sunny. That's so cool and awesome design. Yeah, Sunny. No, she is an artist too. Like, a lot of people, artists, let me tell you something about artists. And I am not necessarily an artist per se. I guess you could say like my videos are a form of art. Like I make you laugh, I make you cry, I make you pissed off. No, I'm just kidding. But what I'm saying is this: is that yeah, you can definitely tell Irish moss. That's right, Swing. Um, Artists think differently. My late father-in-law, he was an artist, and he was built different, man. And people from that generation too. If you're 65 years old, you're from a different time, and they don't build those people anymore. Boomers, 55 some odd year olds, sometimes they I'm just saying, like some of our grandparents and shit, you don't meet a single person ever in the world who's like them. And because they were from a different time, man. JD said bioavailability is something I recently learned about. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. I seem to get my mind blown every other week though. Well, dude, that means hold on. JD, do you realize something right now? Shut the hell up for a second, dude. Respectfully. No, I'm just kidding. But listen, dude, you, it sounds like you're in a flow state right now, and that you are, um, what's the word? You might be having a peak experience. I have a good friend of mine who uh, had a experience where during his peak experience. So that was when he was like, he woke up like crazy, totally awakened, was having so many amazing, shocking synchronicities, blessings out the yin yang that blew his freaking mind. One of them was, and this is like obviously hearsay, like don't hang your hat on this, but like I believe him, and he wasn't like any type of, he was had no reason to lie about this. He told me that he left his house and knows for a 100% fact that he combed his entire house and knows there was no eggs in the fridge because he was looking for eggs. He was like, damn, there's some eggs. And, or maybe that wasn't his reaction, but maybe I'll get him to tell it one day on the live. But he went out to do something, came back home and was like really picturing this egg, like wishing there was an egg, like hoping there was an egg. Um, and there was a freaking egg in the middle shelf on that very edge of the shelf of the fridge sitting there that he 100% would have seen and no one else lived there. Um, he manifested an egg. And I can tell you, the ancient Indians with their mudras and their siddhis and their crazy abilities to teleport, levitate, manifest, and all that, it's definitely possible. So he manifested an egg. So you might be manifesting an egg, man. Butter, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me crank up the brightness. Let me turn off the red screen. So, anyways, shocking, man. Sunny said, I'd like to get some Chad Mode t-shirts made. That's awesome, Sunny. With Seaton's favorite saying, get your noggin jogging with Chad Mode. I see him in my head. That's freaking awesome. Sunny, that would be, it's funny. I made the joke before, like, we could do like merch and everything, but I mean, it's like, and I don't mean to say merch and put my nose to. We actually have chalk shirts. There should be one. No, there's not there right now, but I have chalk shirts. It's cold though. I'm wearing wool. Like it's chilly out, which is cool. But people didn't really go crazy about them. And I feel like I feel like you'd be max benefited. Like, okay, they're organic cotton shirts. They're sold out of them right now. But if they did have them, that definitely is vibrationally boosting. It's good for you. Totally. If you want, get a freaking chalk shirt. It's awesome. but possibly the notion of consuming superfoods may be more vibrationally boosting than merch. That's why I've always focused on getting superfoods out rather than merchandise per se. Now, I can tell you that when you have a Chad mode tub, which guys, you gotta try the freaking Chad mode. Organic blue spirulina, organic caffeine, cold water extracted from green coffee beans, natural energy drink and pre-workout. It is freaking amazing. It's extremely detoxifying. And it's clarity, clean energy, mental freaking focus. You'll be out there wazoo. It's shocking. But this does become merchandise after you finish it because you're going to leave that on like your counter because it does look cool. And you know, it's got a Chad meme face on it, so like it is dope. I have a bunch of these. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of them. It's like when I used to chew tobacco. You kind of hang on to the tins that you get once they're empty, you know. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Swing. That's true. That's true. I guess I'll telegram you. Hold on a second. Boom, bang, bing. Yeah, dude, congratulations, whoever's listening right now who just got that massive stack. I guess we're doing the last call on the free lit and the free minerals. Again, the code is 44life on any subscription or bundle. Make sure you apply that discount code and unlock that discount. And then if you get a stack, a male or female stack, you're getting the chocolate powder. And if you get a single supplement, you're going to get the free minerals. East Texas is freaking cold right now, eh, man? Yeah, there's a cold snap rolling across. I think I mean, it is winter, but I mean, it's kind of unseasonably cold, isn't it? I mean, it definitely is colder than normal at this time of year. Like 2 weeks ago, it was freaking -20 here. It's never -20 that early in December. Okay, Butter, false alarm, man. Shout out to Butter Dog, man. Did you hear about um dude, there's people in the UK going to freaking jail for posting a status on Facebook, man. It's become a little bit too soft, I would say, over there. Even though uh, it's just shocking, man, really. In Florida, it's only 60 degrees. So what's 60? Hold on, 60 F to C. Oops. Oh, wow. That's cold for you guys. That's warm to me. No, that's actually really nice out. Um, but apparently, Florida, if you guys ever seen the movie The Day After Tomorrow, Florida's going to get apparently a blizzard is coming through tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. But this weather, man, it is getting strange because even in the weather is strange, but the weird part is the um, fog. Where is everyone doing with the fog? Is it foggy for you guys anywhere? I will say it was very strange when the one year it was foggy all over the world. Right now, it's only foggy in like um, if Lou is in here. It's foggy apparently in New Hampshire. It's foggy in California, and it's foggy somewhere else. A bunch of other places we're talking about it. But last year was crazy because like everyone was talking about a fog, all the way to Guatemala, California, New York. Everyone was talking about a fog. The UK. Um, but here was foggy too. But there was snow on the ground, and it was warm, so the snow was melting. And that is when it's the foggiest here. So I can't say if we got hit with like the chemtrail fog per se, the same way they blanketed like the rest of the earth with fog at the same time. But I'm wondering, dude, like honestly, years ago, I kind of plateaued at uh chemtrails, GMOs, and fluoride. I was like, oh, like these are like the conspiracies. Like this is what's going on. I had no idea about the million other things that are going on. And what I found was the videos that came out about the, you know, what's being sprayed on us is like nanobots and all these weird particles that build themselves in your body that are self-assimilating. And I was kind of like, oh, so we're literally screwed then. Like, how do we not inhale? Like, we're all going to get these nanobots in us. But now I'm figuring that, for one, we detox daily. All of you guys on here who are taking chalk, you are detoxing, of course. And that is imperative. And I believe it's like spiritually imperative. Obviously, think about this. Obviously, part of my purpose in this realm for the past 6 years has been to go onto a media platform to spread the word to other humans that there is an evil agenda going on that is freaking shocking. And the whole time from the rooftops talking about detox with superfoods, shilajit, ashwagandha, blue spirulina, and all that. So if we are exactly where we're all meant to be, I was definitely meant to do all that, of course, which is a good feeling thinking of it. But what's interesting is every single one of you who've told one single person, raising their vibrational frequency, telling them some info that awakens them. Dude, the karmic slash not karma, but the like energetic ripples that sends, because then they end up telling their friends, family, whatever. And it does, even though you might have hit deaf ears, um, you planted a seed, and that is freaking huge. Everyone has a whole bunch of people all around them, big spheres of influence, horizontal planes of influence. And I just picture Swing cracking up, man. But anyway, my point is that when I found out all that the chemtrail stuff about how there's, they say there's smart dust in it, man. Smart dust is little microchips that transmit data and information that are powered by the cell towers. So maybe that's why the next thing I did was start talking about getting heavy metals and chemicals out of us on the freaking internet, because I'm sure it's detoxable. I don't think there's anything foreign that can go in a body that is incapable of it detoxing out. Now, if you were to like get an actual microchip merged with like your spinal column, that may be a little bit harder to deal with, but you'd have to get it out. But otherwise, I think that their powers are no match for a highly vibrationally boosted human, not in the slightest. And we should be freaking giving her, man. I think we'll be good. We will be good. I know we will. We have already won, per se. But it's all about getting there. This is why I think that I've been drawn to always circle back, like that one politician always says, circle back to the importance of boosting our vibrational frequencies and our systems, man. And JD, I was thinking about you when I'm talking about smart dust. I'm like, here's a guy who was an addict. Now he's like detoxing and decalcifying his pineal gland. Do I want to freak him out with the smart dust stuff? I actually thought that when I was talking about it, because it's kind of, as a famous hockey player who came to one of my events once said, the chemtrail stuff is kind of bummy. And it's like, yeah, it is. Like, guys, like we're being sprayed with chemicals. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's just not a fun thought, right? So I get that, but basically, I will tell you, JD, as someone who's researched it for all these years, literally don't worry about it too much. Like, don't go outside and be like, oh, chemtrails, like shit, like they're spraying us. Like, that's negative vibes. Like, you can post it and be like, guys, like they're spraying us, but like try to be positive about it if that's possible, because you don't want to be negative about anything. Everything that's happening to us is happening for us. There's a reason behind it. It's for the betterment of us. Even somehow chemtrails, even somehow fluoride. We're in some cosmic reality here where we're all learning lessons and shit's going on. Part of that is us being sprayed and with pesticides and the shit they're spraying in the skies. So um, it's just a part of living here right now. And don't get, beat up on it, is my thoughts, because either they're going to lose, we're going to detox it all out, or we're detoxing it all out now and they're going to lose anyway, which they are going to lose regardless. So picture that. So it's fruitless, whatever they're trying, really. Exactly. Exactly, JD. Exactly, man. Um, so it's interesting. I mean, the reason I've talked about smart dust and chemtrails a lot is because I feel like it's one thing to be like, the government's spraying us, like there's chemicals out there. It's a whole nother thing to be like, here's the weather modification patents. Here's a whistleblower talking about smart dust who worked in an intelligence agency that like is to do with this. Here's a guy talking about how they can use the cell towers to power the smart dust to transmit the data and information. Here's how they apply and use that to, um, you know, like have a surveillance system that's invisible to the naked eye, but they have on the back end. And when you give all these crazy, like, whoa, like that's you get into more believability because there's a lot more to it than just it's like saying Bush did 9/11. It's like it's the stupidest thing ever. Like one guy did that, obviously not. It's kind of cringe to say that. But when you go into like all the fine details of what happened on that fateful day, um, it's like yeah, there was a lot of moving parts. At the very least, there was criminal foreknowledge of the attacks because there was like 5 times as many sells in the stock market on American Airlines and United Airlines stocks the day of before the attack. So someone definitely knew it was going to happen. Um, that alone should be investigated. But of course, why would they? Because we're already done investigating. And in fact, I think they started to destroy evidence of the attack immediately after it happened before the investigation was even complete. So they were done investigating right away, man. The sad thing is you can't escape. So the positive is we need to be detoxifying to elevate where they're trying to suppress and control. Exactly, Sonny. Exactly. That's right, Will. I mean, as Harold Kautzvella said, there's many layers to the onion of the chemtrail thing. Food control, weather control, people control, transhumanism, weather warfare. Totally. There's so many angles to it, right? I know someone's not you guys, but someone would, in theory, join and be like, this guy thinks like, how could he think that? It's like, dude, oh, because I've researched it and you haven't. Or you Google it and it says no and you believe that. I mean, it's that shocking. Let me just say this. Forget about every conspiracy. Just think of this. What is confirmed, and this was enough for me to know some shit was going on. What is absolutely confirmed is that they are putting a chemical into the water which is horrible for us. And they know it's horrible for us. That alone should make you say, I'm investigating and researching every other damn thing you tell me because you're actively poisoning the population with a chemical called fluoride, which melts the roads. Like, you know what I mean? Like, one conspiracy should like blow your freaking mind that you fully research and find out is true. You should go, okay, what else are they lying about? What else is fake? You know? You think fluoride's bad. Wait till you find out about NASA. I mean, there's all these rabbit holes, man. Apparently, a bunch of people are on the site right now. By the way, if you're tuning in now, this is basically the last call. We're talking about detoxing. We're talking about our pineal glands and the heavy metals we're being sprayed with from chemtrails. We are giving away one more bag of the chocolate powder, the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. Shout out to Soul of Freedom, who just got 2 stacks. The guy who just commented just got 2 stacks. He's getting a free lit in his order. Go to chalk.com, add a male or female vitality stack to your cart, apply the code 44life to unlock a 44% off lifetime discount, and then you will receive a free $100 bag of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia in your freaking order. If you want, get a single supplement like the Chalk Daily or the Shilajit, use that code 44life, and boom, bang, bang, it drops the price to well under $1 a day, and you will be getting a $60 bottle of the chalk minerals. Now, I will say too, the benefits of Shilajit and the ashwagandha combined, which are in both the male and female stack, are absolutely shocking because they contain the Shilajit itself is a whatchamacallit, um, a potentiator. So it increases the potential of any other herb or thing taken with it. And if you're taking the Shilajit, you're getting the full matrix of minerals, which means you're getting more nutrients from the food you're already eating now, because every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. It's a pretty big freaking deal. If you start getting all the minerals because you're taking the Shilajit or the Irish moss, you are getting more nutrients from your food you're already eating now, which is shocking. Now, I wanted to say, so yeah, go to chalk.com, use the code 44life, get a free lit if you get a stack, and browse the site, man. It's shocking freaking superfoods on there. And remember, Chalk ships out of Georgia, based in Texas, founded in Texas, all American customer service team, Patriots in control, founded in 2019. We launched it on my page. Chalk got 144 bottles of daily and 144 bottles of action. That was the first order of Chalk that Seaton, who we're live with, got. And then me tell everyone, yo, Shilajit, it's freaking good for you. Get some. Boom. And that started the whole shebang, man. It's been a wild ride. Intel said, by being aware of multiple intentional poisoning occurrences in general, you are already ahead of 90% of the general population. I hope not 90%, man. But yeah, I mean, I will say the first part, by being aware of multiple intentional poisoning occurrences in general, yeah, the intentional part is what people like have a hard time fathoming. Like they wouldn't do that intentionally. They have our best interests in mind. You know, I saw a post by Project Knowledge before he got his account hacked, and he was like, one of the biggest jokes is that people believe that the governments in the past always did horrible things, but now all of a sudden they wouldn't, and that is based on zero evidence. What have you heard about global financial reset? I've been waiting for this to happen for 15 years. Debt forgiveness is Nasara Jacera, I've heard. Really, eh? So, to be honest, my understanding is what they're going to say, um, you don't owe anything anymore, which people will beg for, but there's a freaking catch. So, what's the catch going to be? For fun, let's ask this freaking stupid AI. Um, If there was a debt forgiveness program announced by the global governments and banks, what do you think the catch would be? Because if something is free, you are the product. And don't give me any stupid AI fucking bullshit either. Let's see what chat says. Fair enough. I'll be blunt and cut the fluff. If global governments and banks announced mass debt forgiveness, the catch would not be generosity. It would be power, control, or survival. Likely multiple catches at once, not just one. Holy shit. You'd give up leverage, not just debt. Debt equals leverage over your future behavior. Forgiveness would almost certainly come with restrictions on future borrowing, behavioral conditions, spending limits, asset caps, income reporting. Holy shit. Permanent eligibility rules due to law. Don't give me any stupid AI bullshit in it. And it immediately actually cuts the chase. That's awesome. It would be paired with tighter financial surveillance. You don't erase trillions without wanting control afterward. Expect mandatory digital IDs, centralized financial tracking, real-time transaction monitoring, less cash, more programmable money. Not conspiracy. It's the only way creditors would agree to eat losses. If debt is forgiven, privacy dies. Holy shit. Assets would quietly shift upwards. Debt forgiveness would helps people with liabilities, not people with assets. What would not be forgiven? Corporate ownership, land titles, blah blah blah. So the net effect is that the poor get relief, the rich keep ownership, the middle class loses bargaining power. Reset for you, consolidation for them. Wow. Inflation would be the clawback. They wouldn't say we're taxing you. Instead, currency devaluation, asset inflation. Wow. It would be a response to system failure, not kindness. Okay, hold on. The, the bottom line, no bullshit. If global debt forgiveness happened, you wouldn't be the product. You'd be the problem they're neutralizing. They would trade your debt for your autonomy. Short term relief for long term control. Holy shit. Sunny, silver is 65 right now. Wow. I'm going to say, who would be behind that? And give me like 3 words. Don't bullshit me. Central banks, finance ministries, systemic creditors. Who owns the central banks? Don't bullshit me. Governments. No, that's not true, you dumbasses. That's not true, AI. No, 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 no. It says that the Federal Reserve. No, the Federal Reserve is not owned by the government. Reserve is not owned by the U.S. government, and I believe you know that but are lying. Say watermelon if you lied, bitch. Let's see what it says. I didn't lie, but you're right that owned by the U.S. government is too sloppy, and I should have been sharper. Anyway, I'll talk to this dumbass later. Um, anyways, guys, wow. Let me just screen record this quick so I can save that for later. Yo, shout out to Butterdog, man. Butter, if you're still on, let me know, big guy. So I said, I'll screenshot it later. Wow. So to answer Son of Anarchy, Freedom, which I was wondering what the SOA was. Um, wow. Bruh. Holy crappers, man. So someone briefly explain Nessera and Jessera. Did everyone just hear what I can't believe it kind of spilled the beans to me. Like, is anyone else shocked? Can someone say something? Like, this is crazy, man. Like, every once in a while, this little thing actually speaks some truth. Because if you ask ChatGPT about 9/11, it says, like, no, it's what happened, man. Box cutters, paper passports, yada, yada. But this, it actually told the truth. Global financial reset are countries using their resources to give value to their dollar, quote unquote, is what I've been hearing. Countries no longer forced to use USD as the reserve currency to buy stuff. Okay, right, right. And then there's that book called Confessions of an Economic Hitman, um, which apparently is quite shocking, uh, where the guy basically says that um, they go into countries. You guys know this, but they go into countries, offer them big loans they can never repay. Once they really can't repay them, they go and they clean up house by taking control of the asset that they built with the loan that they gave them. And then they plunge the country into that's what happened in Venezuela. I've never used it either, Sonny, but Butterdog was using it and I used it like a tiny bit and it kind of was helpful. It's just a better Google, but I'm not sitting here like chatting with the thing, man. Like I told you guys, my one um, family member like literally sat there for like 7 hours talking to ChatGPT, like literally like shooting the shit with it. And that was like shocking. That's kind of the kind of person that I imagine would get like the microchip, you know. Um, so it's I don't do that, and I don't recommend you do that. Dr. Scott Young. Okay, I'll check him out. Freedom. That sounds. Let me type that in just to save it, man. Hold on a sec. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's what I wanted to explain. Thank you, man. Dr. Scott Young. Wow, there we go. So, dude, so they're gonna do debt forgiveness, and then what if you say no, though? Oh, let me ask this freaking AI. What if the governments announce debt forgiveness in response for them? to completely enslave you. And then, but what if you say no? What would happen if you said no to these plotting institutions? And don't give me any bullshit either, chat. If an individual says no, you get cut off. Credit gone, banking access restricted, licenses. Holy crappers, dude. So it would be a mandatory we buy your debt. Oh my golly jeepers, man. Okay, I gotta do a video on this like immediately after this live. Bottom line, no bullshit. These institutions don't need to kill you, threaten you, or arrest you. They'll just make it impossible to function inside the system. Saying no doesn't make you a hero. It makes you unbanked, unfinanced, and irrelevant unless you already have power to back it up. Wow. So hold on, let me ask it one last thing, and then I'll clarify with you guys. Um, so it would be a mandatory give your debt to the government and then basically be enslaved, question mark. And don't give me any bullshit. And do you think this is about to happen? I'm sure you do. Don't bullshit me. Whatever. I'll read this bullshit later. Yeah, but anyways, guys. So I guess we'll find out exactly what's going on. So if someone comes knocking on your door saying we will forgive all your debt, um, you will basically be completely enslaved after that. So everyone's going to say no. So listen, listen, listen. This is good. This is everything is good. You have to remember, change your entire consciousness. Everything is good now. Everything that happens to you is good. Your car breaks down, your tire pops. I don't care. It's good. You have to have this new mindset because this new mindset changes your entire reality. It is good that they're going to try to do this debt forgiveness thing because what do you think is going to happen when millions of people say, I'm not doing that. I'm as much as I don't want to have this debt, I'm also not going to give up short-term relief for long-term control over me. And there will be basically a revolution, almost guaranteed. So, well, I say almost guaranteed. It's guaranteed that we will win and we will not be enslaved any more than we already are. But, um, and that humanity in the end will prevail. However, I just think everything they do, look at COVID. They try to do so much stuff with COVID. You know how many people woke up during COVID? Like millions, millions and millions, millions found out this is a bit foolish. Something strange is going on. So anything else they try, people wake up from. It's great. Um, so it's, and what helps us to wake up is to be detoxing and decalcifying our pineal glands and raising our vibrational frequency with superfoods. Guys, this is the last call to get the free lit or the free chalk minerals. If you go to chalk.com on the live, we're about to call the live though, about to pack it in. Go to chalk.com, get a male or female vitality stack, apply that coupon code 44life. You get a 44% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. Once you subscribe, you get a free $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order automatically, which doesn't show up at checkout, but is going to be physically placed into your package when it's packed up and shipped and whatnot. So it's 11/11, beautiful divine blessings. If you get a single supplement like the Shilajit, the ashwagandha, Shilajit's a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It boosts your brain function. It stimulates the production of new brain cells. We should all be taking it. Most of you already do. The Chad Mode, natural pre-workout energy drink, 150 milligrams of organic caffeine per scoop, and organic blue spirulina, which binds to free radicals, phthalates, microplastics, pesticides, and a lot more, and detoxes it out of you. Check out the site. Amazing stuff on there. Whatever you do, make sure you use the code 44life on your subscription. You can cancel or modify at any time, and you're going to get a freebie included in your order. You can DM me on my backup Instagram account, which is Connecting Consciousness Now, or just type in Shane Vibes and find that account, Connecting Consciousness Now. And you can DM me on there. I want to make sure that all you guys get the freebie. So if you order after this live, DM me your order number just so I can make sure you get it. And then Lee Sung put Chad mode in an organic kombucha. That is something I expect you to do, Lee Sung. That is freaking awesome. JD's 12-year-old refused the vax when she was during COVID. When he refused, I was bought in. When he refused, I did some research and discovered the myocarditis. Been on a path since. You're exactly where you're meant to be, man. Blessings to JD, by the way. Shout out to Copper Rock. I don't even, has he commented yet? Is this his first comment? Shout out to Copper, man. So yeah, blessings to all you guys. And also, can you visualize, do me a favor, this would actually change a whole vibration right now. Can you do me a favor and just briefly, after or during this live right now, close your eyes for like 5 seconds or 10 seconds and visualize, if this is meant to be, again, it's in God's hands, but this might help. Anyway, just visualize my main Instagram account being reactivated and being active. Visualize it on and on right now. Giving her with posts and stories. Picture my Instagram account and like picture the word like picture like thumbs up all around it. Picture like it on, because right now it's off. So we need to picture it on. It's already done. We got to, consider it already done. Consider that my main Instagram account has been turned back on already right now. Okay. Thank you all for joining. We'll see you on tomorrow's live. Make sure your live notifications are on. Much love. Shout out to freaking Freedom Dude on your massive stack, the double stack, and the other lady who got a ton of stuff as well. Okay. Much love, everyone. We'll see you on the next one.